Welcome to the Lose Your Big Ass Stomach podcast. I'm your host, Jay Jackson, and my mission here is to help you get rid of that big ass stomach and take back control of your health so that you can look and feel your best by being the best version of yourself, mentally and physically, while destroying the mediocre agenda society is trying to brainwash you into, and breaking our families' generational curses of being unhealthy by being a healthy and fit role model. It's time to set a new standard. It's time to set a new standard of living. If you find the podcast helpful, be sure to hit that follow button because that helps us build a movement. Let's go. Guys, we're getting ready to go into the new year, man. And, you know, a lot of people, I know y'all already thinking about it. Man, damn, man, what I need to do to really get this weight off? I'm tired of going back and forth every other year, losing weight and gaining weight, seeing this stomach go down, then watching it get back big again. Guys, I'm about to show you, and I'm about to give you the game on how to get the weight off and how to keep it off. And if you don't know already, guys, you can't outwork poor nutrition habits. This is something I used to do too, man. I ain't never been super overweight, but I used to find myself saying, shit, I'm just about to work out so I can go eat this burger, so I can go to Five Guys. I'm just about to go work out so I can eat this, what I used to eat. I used to eat pizza, but it was from, not Papa John, Pizza Hut. I used to eat Pizza Hut pizza all the damn time back in the days. And, you know, I found myself always looking in my bathroom mirror. I'm like, damn, man, I got some muscle, but why don't I have that definition that I want? Why don't I have that, like, that cut, defined look? You know what I'm talking about. Y'all see these folks all on Men's Health Magazine, Muscle and Fitness Magazine, Women's Fitness Magazine for all my ladies that be watching me. You know what I'm saying? I be helping ladies too. And so, y'all see these people who have this toned, what y'all say, toned look, right? I want to have a more toned, defined, hard, strong, manly look. That's what I want. You know what I'm saying? I remember my dad, he was like, man, you looking a little fluffy. That's what he called it. He said, you look a little fluffy. You look soft. I'm like, damn, I don't want that look. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know what I was doing wrong. But knowing what I do now, I realized that I was trying to use working out as an excuse to eat junk food. Guys, you can't do that. All right? Especially as we get older. If you want to not only look the part, but you also want to be healthy. That way you're not worrying, stressing about your weight getting worse, your image. You know what I'm saying? Your clothes don't fit the way they used to. You don't have the energy like you used to. You don't have the confidence like you used to because your body ain't on point. You got to start eating properly, guys. All right? I'm proud of y'all, the ones of y'all who are actually trying. You know what I'm saying? You're hitting the gym. You're trying to eat a little bit better. But we got to get this nutrition all the way on point if you want to lose the weight and keep it off. All right? So I'm about to give you step-by-step how I go about planning a meal plan, how you can go about planning your meal plan as well. Okay, I'm going to give it to you in a very simple format, easy to digest format as well. I'm not going to give you all that scientific terminology where you got to go on YouTube and Google and start figuring out what the hell this word means. I'm not going to give it to you like that. I'm about to give it to you straight. All right. If you want that scientific shit, go over to one of them scientific trainers and coaches on YouTube and Instagram. I just like to break it down real simple for you guys. All right. So first thing, we're focusing on nutrition. All right. If you want to lose weight, I want to give y'all some reasons why it's important to focus on your nutrition. Not just losing weight and keeping it off, but also for just overall quality of life, guys. Like I'm 34 years old now, and I'm like, man, I just want to feel good on a daily basis. I want to feel good when I wake up. I want to feel good throughout the day. I don't want to be tired all damn time. I don't want to find myself, having fun in the bedroom, wanting to have fun in the bedroom, and my I don't know why they call it the Johnson. My Johnson ain't. I'm gonna call it my Jackson. Yeah, fuck all that. My last name Jack. My Jackson, he ain't performing like he's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to go through all that. If you're going through erectile dysfunction, it's bad enough once we hit our 30s. Our testosterone naturally starts to drop. But if you're not eating properly, not only are you not going to drop weight, but your testosterone ain't going to be where it need to be at. And so you will run into erectile dysfunction and other health-related issues like high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, sleep apnea, all these crazy things, guys. And my granddad passed away from sleep apnea. You know, he had 46 years old, young as hell. Passed away from sleep apnea because he was overweight, big old ass dude. I love that guy. I wish he was here today actually to see what I've been able to accomplish so far in my life. But, we didn't know about these things back then. And so I'm about to share with you things, and this is one of the reasons I got into, doing what I do now, because I'm so passionate about helping guys and, women and just families in general, because me and my family, we didn't know about this type of stuff growing up. We used to eat soul food every day. We used to eat pound cake, pork chops. Dude, man, I used to eat fried pork chops almost every other day, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how I grew up. And we didn't know about the things I'm getting ready to share with you now. So it's very important that you pay attention, so that way you don't, have people in your family or the people in your family don't look at you like, damn, we wanted you to be here, but, your health just got out of control and shit goes sideways. You don't want to be like that. But anyway, first things first. Number one, you have trainers that talk about the calorie intake, and we ain't starting there. It's like, guys, we breaking this shit all the way down to its simplest form. First is mindful eating. That's what we starting at. Because some of y'all, you're not even doing that, man. You know you drinking all these sweet teas and lemonades and sodas and drinking excess amounts of alcohol on a daily basis. No good. Like, you're just being irresponsible, man. Irresponsible with your health. And so it's not that you can't eat these things, but you have to have boundaries around how often you're eating them. And so the first thing we want to focus on is mindful eating. Like, ask yourself, when was the last time you ate some fruit? I'm not just talking about no damn banana. Everybody, I ate a banana. No, I'm talking about fibrous fruit. Strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, kiwis. When was the last time you had fruit? When was the last time you ate vegetables? Like, this is crazy as it sounds. Some of y'all not doing it. You became an adult. You hit your 20s and you don't have your parents disciplining you anymore, giving you structure anymore. So now you got to do it for yourself. And if you don't do it for yourself, guys, there are consequences behind not disciplining yourself. This is why if you're a parent, you disciplining your kids for a certain reason, right? So they don't flunk out of school and be going to school looking all crazy, not washing their face and brushing their teeth. You discipline them, you still have to discipline yourself as well and give yourself structure. So you need to be eating fruits, vegetables. Like, I like eating asparagus. I'm a picky eater, y'all. Just because you, quote unquote, a picky eater, that don't mean your ass don't need to be eating no fruits and vegetables. That don't mean you don't need to be drinking no water. That does not excuse you from the consequences because you're a picky eater. So you still need to do it. Just pick whichever vegetable or fruit you like eating. Like, that's pretty much all I eat. Brussels sprouts and asparagus. Those are my go-tos. I don't want to eat nothing else. I might eat some spinach every now and then. You see what I'm saying? So pick what your go-tos are. Making sure that you're not always eating out. If you're eating out at fast food restaurants every day, guys, I seen a video on I think it was on Facebook or Instagram a couple of months ago, and these guys, they were standing at this truck yard, and the people, they were like, man, there's a whole bunch of flies and mosquitoes over there by this one truck, and the guy was like, man, I think somebody dead up in there. I think somebody dead in the truck. Guys, it be folks dying in these trucks all the time. And I know everybody's not a truck driver who rock with me, but the point that I want to make is, a lot of these truck drivers, all they're doing is eating out. They're eating fast food every day. And this fast food and this processed food not only makes them gain weight extremely quick, it's not healthy. So you start dealing with high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, not having energy, brain fog. Guys, you shouldn't be feeling like that. If you're feeling like that, guys, you got to start eating better so you feel better. So that's the first phase. Mindful eating. I'm about to give you some more structure around this because I know you're probably thinking like, what foods do I need to eat and all this kind of stuff, right? I want to give you some more structure. So that's just level 1. Mindful eating. The next step is this. I call it the rule of 3. I got a book called Gut to Abs on Amazon, and I talk about this in the book. The rule of 3 is, it helps you simplify your life. Because if you like me, your days are busy, man. Your days, your weeks are busy. I get it. Like, we busy. Shit, inflation going up, so you got to work harder. You got to do more, you know what I'm saying, to get the same results, if not better. You know what I'm saying? So, and not to mention if you got family and kids, you got badass kids, you got this dog that always want to eat, barking and shit. It's always something going on, right? And so you got to simplify your life, and so that way you're not getting to a point throughout the day where you're like, damn, I'm hungry as hell. What am I gonna go eat? And then you can't even think straight because you're so hungry. I used to run into this all the time. And so this is why I came up with the rule of 3. What are your top 3 meals that you're gonna eat for breakfast? What are your top 3 meals that you'd eat for lunch and dinner? All right? And you rotate those meals. Whenever you get bored with one of the meals, you switch it up. What are your top 3 proteins that you prefer to eat on a daily basis? You know, like mine, I like eating salmon. I like eating 93% lean beef. Sometimes I'll do like a New York strip steak. I do eggs. You see what I'm saying? I know what my go-tos are, so I don't even have to guess on a day-to-day basis. I know what my go-to vegetables are, which I just shared earlier, the Brussels sprouts or the asparagus. I'm not guessing. And so whenever I want one, or if I don't want one, I just eat the other one. If I don't feel like eating rice or potatoes, I'll do like a carb-balanced burrito. You got to have some type of structure with what you're doing. And so that way you can like buy back some bandwidth. Because if you're thinking about, man, what do I need to eat? What can I eat today? God, that's stressful. Because you're always thinking about what the hell you go eat. But if you already know, okay, well, if I'm not cooking at the crib, what can I eat when I go out? What are like my top 3 go-tos when I eat out? You see what I'm saying? And so that way you're not guessing. And so mine, I do Chipotle, I'll do Cava, and then I'll do Chick-fil-A. Those are like my top 3. And they got another little spot out here called Kill Me Crazy that I'll go to every now and then here in Atlanta, in Buckhead. I don't know if Kill Me Crazy is everywhere, but I know my go-tos. You see what I'm saying? So that's what the rule of 3 is. It could be 3, it could be 4, it could just be 2. But you need to have something to like have a rotation. Just in case you just get bored with eating one thing, you can easily just switch it over to the other thing. And then you can say, okay, well, what are my top 3 meals that I will eat at these places? It could be just 2 or 3. It could just be 2 instead of 3. But you got to know what's going to be in your routine. This is what I'm trying to help you guys understand, like simplifying your life. So that way, if you're eating out, you're eating at the crib, it's easy. You're not thinking about it. It's automatic. All right? If you, let's say your partner, they cooking for you, your spouse, they cooking for you, right? You like, baby, you already know what I like eating. I like eating this for dinner, this for breakfast, this for lunch. You don't have to guess about it. You see what I'm saying? So that's number 2. That's the rule of 3. Okay? That's going to simplify your life. Next thing, I say this all the time in my content. If you're not tracking, you're slacking, man. If you're not tracking, you're slacking. So we just talked about you eating mindfully, right? We talked about the rule of 3, like picking your go-tos, your meals, the foods that you like to eat, the fruits that you like to eat, the proteins, even if the fast food that you like to eat, right? Now we have to give all that structure, because what happens to a lot of folks, y'all are eating healthy. Most of y'all who reach out to me for coaching, y'all be eating healthy. That's not the issue. The problem is y'all don't know how much y'all really eat. And some of y'all who are tracking it, you're not tracking it properly. And so you think you might be eating 1,800 calories, but after I done looked at everything, I'm like, damn, bro, you eating 3,000 calories. And some of y'all be drinking like smoothies because they're quote unquote healthy, but everything that you're putting in there makes that healthy smoothie 700-800 calories. Because you're putting 2-3 scoops of peanut butter in there, and you're putting fruits and vegetables in there. It's healthy, but you have no structure around how much you're eating. This is why I always say, if you're not tracking, you're slacking. And so you got to be aware of how much you need to eat to not maintain your weight, but to drop body fat. Okay? You can easily go over to Google, type in TDEE calculator. That stands for Total Daily Energy Expenditure Calculator. All right? I map this stuff out for my clients so that way they don't have to think about the shit. But I'm just giving y'all a game right now because I want y'all to be successful. Okay? So you can go over to Google, type in TDEE calculator. You just got to do the work, man. Unless you plan on hiring a coach or locking arms with me, whatever it is. Put in the information that they want you to put in, whether it's your age, your weight, your height, all that kind of stuff, because those things matter. How many days a week you're working out, that your activity level matters as well. And so it's going to spit out a number for you, right? Let's say it's 2,000 calories, right? Now you want to reduce that amount by, let's say, 300, 400, 500 calories, somewhere up in there, just depending on how aggressively you want to drop body fat. Now, if you want to drop weight more aggressively, you reduce it by a little bit more, 500 calories. If you want to drop weight more moderately or passively, whatever word you want to use, 200-300 calories. That's what you reduce it by, right? Now, you want to eat that on a daily basis, that amount of calories on a daily basis. You already know what foods you go eat. You already know what meals you go eat because we just talked about those things. But now you have structure around how much you need to eat over the course of a day. All right? Super important, man. And the way I like to do it, I like to keep it super simple in the beginning. I see some people, they try to do this fasting stuff, like right when they trying to lose weight. Guys, don't do that, because some of y'all be creating eating disorders like that. I have folks who will reach out to me, man, Cole, I don't know why I ain't dropping no weight. I don't think I'm eating enough. I'm like, how the hell you ain't eating enough and you ain't losing no weight? That don't even make sense. You got folks in third world countries, they ain't eating enough. What they look like? They skinny and frail. They looking sick. You got people that's on the street, on the side of the street, up underneath bridges. They be skinny as hell because they ain't eating enough. But somebody who's not eating enough, quote unquote not eating enough, but they can't lose weight, your ass is eating more than enough. That's the issue. You just not aware. You don't have that structure. You don't have that awareness. That's why you got to start tracking this stuff. And so what happens to a lot of people who say, well, I really don't eat throughout the day. I just eat like one meal a day. You're overindulging during that one meal. You're snacking throughout the day. That's what a lot of y'all be doing. Y'all be snacking throughout the day, the morning, the afternoon. You don't be eating no real meal. And then in the evening time, your ass be inhaling food. And then you wake up the next day and step on the screen. Damn, why I ain't lose no weight? Oh, man, it's just my genetic. No, your ass ain't tracking. My guys, you got to do this stuff, man. It's like the same way as you tracking how much money you making from your job or your career. And then you be like, okay, well, I can't spend as much, because if I spend too much money, my ass gonna go broke. Same way in fitness. If your ass eating too much, your ass ain't gonna lose no weight when you step on the scale. All right? And you know, if you discouraged and get disappointed real easy, your ass need to be on track. All right? I'm just keeping it real with y'all, man. I don't know why these trainers be trying to snowflake this shit with y'all. But you got to start tracking. You don't have to do it forever. Like when people join my coaching program, let's say they join the 3-month coaching program. They ask me to track every day for 3 months straight. I show them exactly what to eat and how much they need to eat. They still got to track that shit. Then they join like a 6-month plan or the 12-month plan. The first 3 to 6 months, they got to track. Because if your ass don't track, you ain't gonna get the results. I don't care if you can have the best coach in the world. I can give you everything you need to do, or any other coach can give you exactly what you need to do. But if you don't know how much you're eating and you're not dropping weight, all they go ask you is, well, how much you been eating with these meals? That's the first thing a real professional go ask you. Well, how much have you been eating? You will say, I don't know. I'm just not losing weight. They be like, all right, you got to track. And so that way I can see what I need to adjust for you. But if you're not tracking nothing, we just making a guess. We guessing. And so we can't really help your ass because we don't know how much you're eating. And so very, very important that you start tracking. And I say this also because being able to drop weight and keep it off, you have to be aware of how much you're eating to be able to maintain that weight loss. Because if you start overindulging down the road and you're not even aware that you're eating more, because you can start drinking certain sodas, you can start drinking a little bit more alcohol, and you're just not even aware of it because you never track it. All right? Or you start eating a new meal or food. You know, every now and then out here in Atlanta, they got restaurants all over the place, right? And you start introducing these new meals, new restaurants into your lifestyle, and you don't even know why you're gaining weight because you didn't account for that. You never tracked it. So this is why it's very important that you track it. Like every now and then, if I start doing something different with my meal plan, and I know I like eating a new food or a new meal from a restaurant, I'll start tracking it just to be aware of how much am I eating. Especially if I notice that my body's starting to change. Like I'm noticing that I'm a little bit more bloated. I don't feel as lean as I normally do. I'm feeling a little bit more heavy. Like guys, I want to be aware too. You see what I'm saying? So that's the third thing. If you're not tracking, you're slacking, man. The last thing is this. Guys, you have to give yourself grace. I know there's a lot of like fitness coaches and trainers out there, and some of these folks be bodybuilders, and they want to be ripped up year round. And that's cool. That's what they want. They can do that. But for the average person, most of us, we just want to look good in our clothes, and we'll take them clothes off. Y'all know what I'm talking about, all right? And for me, my standard, the standard I have for myself, I just want to be able to still see my abs. I don't have to be ripped up like I was when I stepped on stage as a bodybuilder, but I still want to be able to see my abs year round. And so I'm still eating within a certain calorie amount, right? I'm still having a routine around the foods that I eat on a daily and weekly basis, but I do give myself grace. And so what I mean by grace is I'm not just eating healthy all day, every day of the week, every day of the month. Guys, I still eat Shake Shack burgers and fries. I still eat pizza. I still eat cookies. You know what I'm saying? This is grace, man. Like, you got to be able to enjoy the process. You got to be able to enjoy the journey. And I feel like it's super important, because if you don't do these things, what tends to happen is, in the back of your mind, that's all your ass thinking about. Damn, man, when I'm going to get a chance to eat? I can't wait until this 12-week program, this 6-month program over, so I can go back to eating my cookies, and I can go back to eating my Ben & Jerry's. Guys, that's not how it's supposed to be. You got to learn how to include these things into your lifestyle to where you can enjoy it, once a week, once every other week, once or twice a month, whatever it is, whatever your flow is going to look like, and how quickly you want to see results. Like, if you know you want faster results, then you might not give yourself as much grace. Like, I've had periods in my life where I'm like, man, I want to get ripped up. And so I didn't have no cheat meals. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe once every 2 or 3 weeks I would have a cheat meal. But right now, where I'm at in my life, I see my abs, got a nice little built up chest. You know what I'm saying? My arms looking good. I got good energy. Once or twice a week, I'll have me a old fashioned when I go out. I'll eat me some cookies, or I'll eat me some Waffle House out here in Atlanta. Waffle House is big. You know what I'm saying? And so I'll do these things, but when I'm not eating these foods, I'm still on my game plan. What we talked about earlier. The foods that I like to eat, my top 3 foods that I eat, my proteins, my fruits, my vegetables, what meals I'm eating for lunch, dinner, and breakfast. You see what I'm saying? Like, all that's all locked in. Like, it's not, I'm eating junk food all day, every day. If you do that, that's a recipe for disaster, man. That's how you get the health issues like the type 2 diabetes and the heart disease and the high blood pressure and sleep apnea and erectile dysfunction, because you have no structure and discipline around the junk food that you're eating, the processed food, and just eating out all the time. There has to be structure behind that, man. Like, it should be like a little light bulb that goes off in your head, like, man, I'm eating out a little too much. I gotta dial this back. Man, I'm drinking a little too much alcohol. I gotta dial this back. Like, we grown, man. We got a conscience. We know when we're doing something bad. We know when we're doing things right, the right way. You got to think about that the same way with your nutrition. If you like, man, you know what? You've had a couple of weeks, man, I've been all the way off my game. I haven't been eating my breakfast that I normally eat that have me feeling good in the morning. I've been eating junk food when I wake up. Some of y'all be eating pizza when y'all wake up. Like, guys, you can't do that, man. We getting older. We are getting older. We're getting to your 30s and up. Man, if you keep on eating junk food throughout the day and you don't have no type of like discipline and structure around what you're eating, you gonna have some consequences. It might not be right away, but consequences are gonna start happening. That's how folks get these health issues. And people be like, well, what's the cost of investing in a trainer and even this healthy food that you be talking about? Man, it's costly. Well, it sure is costly to have them doctor visits too. Sure is costly to pay for all them extra medications from the health issues too. It's costly from a worrying and stressing standpoint too if your health's starting to get worse and you got people that you love and care about who depending on you. It's costly too. So you got to pick which cost are you willing to pay. The cost of the consequences of not doing it, just making excuses, or being like, man, you know what? I only get one body, man. At least I can still eat foods I enjoy. I might not be able to do it as much as I would like to, but I still can eat it. Guys, there's people that's in prison, they would love to have a Coca-Cola. They ass can't even have a Coke. You can walk your happy ass out the house right now and go to the gas station and get you a Coca-Cola. Right now. Guys, it's not that you have to give it up. You just have to have more structure and discipline around when it's too much and when is, it's a good moderate amount. You know what I'm saying? Got to have some, what do they call it? I can't think of the word right now. Moderation, right? Very, very important. And so these are things that you want to do to plan out your nutrition plan out your diet to be able to lose weight and keep it off going into the new year. So a quick recap, start with eating mindfully. All right. You know how much is too much junk food. Like, stop stuffing yourself, man. If you know you full, don't keep eating. Push the damn plate away. Stop eating. Okay? That's one of the best, people be asking me, what's the best exercise to do to lose belly fat? Pushing the plate away. Using your triceps to push that damn plate away when you get full. That's the first thing. Being mindful. Second thing, rule of 3. Already have an idea of what are your go-to meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What are your go-to snacks? What are your go-to fast food restaurants that you go eat at that's going to keep you on track? You know what I'm saying? And so that way you're not like questioning when you get home, you're like, damn, I don't know what I'm going to eat, man. What I'm going to eat? You already know. All right? The third thing, if you're not tracking, you slacking. So start using an app like MyFitnessPal so that way you can start tracking your meals, tracking how much you're eating. Do that for at least 3 to 6 months. You owe it to yourself, man. If you want to be able to get this weight off and keep it off, man, 3 to 6 months, go be here today and gone tomorrow. Go ahead and get a reward for this time that we have right now. Go ahead and get a reward for it. Go ahead and learn something over these next 3 to 6 months. People be like, they be feeling sad and depressed because they feel like they're not living in their purpose for whatever reason. Guys, building yourself, self-improvement is purpose. Because the more you improve yourself, the more you can add value to everybody else. Your family, your community, your church, the people you love and care about, the whole nine. But if you're not adding into you, if you're not being purposeful towards continuing to enhance yourself, that people call it reinventing yourself. Enhance yourself. Educate yourself. What foods are going to help you drop weight? What foods do you enjoy eating? How much do you need to eat? Stop trying to do everything that everybody else doing. Do a plan that works for you. That's why y'all didn't hear me say, hey, just eat 1,500 calories. Hey, just eat 2,000 calories. Because everybody's calorie amount is going to be different. Everybody's food preferences are going to be different. That's why I didn't give y'all those things. Because the secret is you got to have a plan that's tailored to you. And so that way you can get results and keep them. Then the last thing, just give yourself grace, man. Like, we ain't no damn robots. Like, eat foods you enjoy eating, but still have some type of structure and discipline around what you're doing. You know, like once or twice a week, I'll drink me an old fashioned. You know what I'm saying? I drink alcohol every now and then. I eat burgers, I eat pizzas, I eat cookies. I do the same things y'all do. I just do it in a little bit more moderation. Have a little bit more discipline with it. I have urges every now and then too. You know what I'm saying? But I drink some water. I put myself back to work almost like people who be alcoholics. Some of y'all be foodaholics, sugarholics, like I used to be. When I know I want to eat some junk food, I put myself to work doing something that's going to take my thoughts off eating that junk food. Shooting content, scripting content, reading a book, taking my ass to the gym and making dates with the weights. Doing something to take my thoughts off of self-sabotaging behaviors. And a lot of self-sabotaging behaviors that y'all be having, some people, is overindulging on eating too much sugar, drinking too much alcohol, eating way too much food, because you just be eating out of boredom. But if you put yourself into doing something, take your ass for a walk. Go buy a dog so you can walk your dog and walk yourself at the same time. So you can stop thinking about eating sugar and sweets all the time. All right? These are things that are going to help you lose weight and keep it off going into 2025. All right. Hopefully y'all found this podcast helpful. If you did, be sure to hit that follow button and leave your boy a 5-star rating so we continue to grow this movement. And we out of here. Let's go. Yo, appreciate you for tapping in and listening to the podcast episode today. Hopefully you found it valuable. And if you did and you want to learn more about how I can help you lose the big ass stomach, transform your body, and get your health on point, DM me real results over on Instagram at JJacksonOfficial for more information. And I'll reach back out to you to do what I can to help you hit those health and fitness goals. Let's get it.